Hi viewers, thanks for joining our QeaSys education videos. I'm Gopal. I would like to welcome you all watching this video. In this video, we are going to cover how can you add billing, which is going to be your invoice. How can you add expense? How can you change your cash in hand? How can you set the cash in hand? And etc. So let's log into QeaSys app. I'm going to log in with my demo ID, and the billing menu is here, billing and invoices. You will see this is like a dashboard like screen where you see the search bar similar to whatever you have seen in the past, which has a search based on the invoice date, search based on the type of the payment made, sorry, the status of the payment, which is paid, unpaid, or cancel, and a type, which is going to be income or expense type. And if you have search, which is search on account, and you'll be able to search on the patient ID as well. So before doing anything, I'm going to just set the cash on hand for today's date. I'm just going to set the cash on hand to 100, and I'm going to say okay. So when I do a refresh here, you will see the initial cache was set to 100, and this is what I have in my drawer. So this is how we are telling the system like how much you have in your hand. Okay. So there are two ways of landing into this particular screen. One is going through an appointment. So assume this is an appointment I have, and I'm going to choose a diagnosis. And what you get here is about the prescription, and this is the medicine which I have added. I'm just going to do a save here, and I'm going to land it from action billing. So what happens is like it picks up the medicines and it sets the expiry date of the medicine. So whatever there in your inventory which you have loaded, what is the current quantity, what is the quantity, everything. And along with that, it has a customer name, customer contact number. If it is coming from a patient module, in patient module, you will see the patient ID getting displayed here. The invoice number will be automatically populated. Let me go and save it. And once you save, you see there's the invoice number getting printed. So if you click on return, it will go back to the into the appointment screen. Alternatively, you can do a checkout, means that you are going to make a payment now. And there are 22 rupees to be paid. There are two ways of paying it. One is on the cash payment, other one is on, if you see there is a multiple payment option mode where credit card number, credit card and check, RTGS or UPI. So if the payment is made directly to your bank account, you can make an entry here and close this particular invoice to say that you already made the payment. So first I'm going to do a cash payment. So I'm going to change, I'm going to give 10 as the amount which I'm going to give. Once I give, so the remaining amount of 12, the balance is here. I'm just going to do a refresh and you will see here it can expandable menu where it has a date of 22. I paid 10. So the remaining is going to be 12. So remaining 12 you can pay through credit card, you can pay through cash, anything you can do. I'm just going to make a payment through credit card. So I'll enter the transaction reference number which was actually happened, and then I'm going to pay the 12 rupees. So if you see once it is done, the payment is complete. I'm just going to refresh and you can say this is the payment information available, and then it's done. So now let me go back to the billing. So if you go back to the billing, you will see the payment of 22 is being made, and the initial cash was 100 rupees, and you received a cash of 10 rupees, so it has become 110. The remaining $12 you paid directly to the bank account, so that is not getting reflected here. So here you see every detail is getting displayed here. So this is how if there is an expense here, expense paid, expense unpaid, income paid, income unpaid will get displayed. So this is how it goes. So let me go to an other side of it. There's an expense which I'm going to add. So you can add an item here. So because this is a manual expense item you have to make. Before getting there, I have added certain things in a product. So if you can look at it, general, search on general and inventory, you will see the salary. This is the generic expense which I have already added. So it could be utilities for water, electricity, for garbage, whatsoever you want to pay for, you can add it here. The other one is there is a customers here. So I'm just going to search on customer and show you what is that here. So you can add whatever vendors. I have added my vendor, so you can add whatever vendor name with the address and contact number. All those details you can add and store it here. So this will be useful when you're going to do a expense. So let me show you how it works. So I'm going to click on add expense, and I'm going to type 3 characters of utilities. So it comes out, and I'm going to just make an utility payment. And how much I'm going to make? I'm going to make it like $10, 10 rupees, and I'm going to save it. And whom you're going to pay? I'm going to pay my vendor. So this is how I have saved, and you will see here there is no GST I'm entering. You can feel free to add GST if you want to make. So if you are making some payment to somebody, you can add the GST there or whatsoever. So DFT is not set, so it is like by default it was set to no. And I'm going to save now and do a checkout. It's the same flow, and you can make a payment through cash. I'm going to pay only 5 rupees, example, and the remaining is going to be pending. I'm going to close this and then show to you what is happening on the basic screen. So, and you see here, this is what has happened. Expense unpaid, expense paid is 5, expense unpaid is 5. So this is the remaining which you didn't pay. Cash on hand, initially it was 100, and I have made the payment for the income to a 10, so it has become 110, and then now it's got reduced because of the utility I have made 5. So that's how it works. So you can make and you will be able to do a search based on income paid and income unpaid, all kind of searches you will be able to perform. Income, expense, so you will be able to search on all combinations of these details, and you can very well go back and make changes and then pay back again whatsoever, so you'll be able to do everything. And there are a couple of billing reports available, so let me just show it for 23rd. I think I'm just going to make it like this, and it is an itemized billing income report. Let me choose 22nd. So 22nd, there is a payment which was made for 22 rupees. And what is my itemized billing? What item I have sold? And what is a GST tax report? You will get to know about the GST which you had made. And you will be able to see your expense, how much you on that specific day, how much is expense, how much is your daily income, how much you receive money through cash, and how much you receive through credit card. You get to know about it, and how much is your expense of everything. So cash you received 5 rupees, so you'll get to know about it. And then patient medical report, it talks about for a particular patient, uh, what is the medicine sold, what is the quantity, what is the invoice date, and the batch number and expiry date. So you'll get to know about all those for patient. That's all now. Thanks for watching this video. If you can watch other videos for the functionality.